Hi, it's Melinda from Alexis and Melinda's Art Space, and just thought I'd come on with a different haul today. Alexis and I went to a book sale in Castlemaine, which is about a 20-minute train ride south. Yeah, it would be south. It's Castlemaine Library, or Friends of Castlemaine Library, and it's part of our Goldfields Library. And twice a year, they obviously all... every 6 months they have a book sale. And it's a lot of ex-library books that they obviously don't want in the library anymore because they keep getting new stuff in. Or you can donate books. If you live in the Castlemaine region or anywhere, you can donate books a week before the sale. So there was a huge variety of mostly library ones, some other ones, some really old ones. Didn't really go looking. Alexis is an avid book lover, so she ended up with like 15 odd like novel books. And she ended up with some really cool ones. I mainly went to look for foreign language books, and I was also looking for some textbooks for Alexis, but we couldn't find any textbooks. Found one foreign language book. I'll show you that first. So I like to collect foreign language books to use in my art journaling. So this one is in Italian. Now, I just grabbed it. These type of books were $2, like I always get it wrong, non-fiction, fiction. Like your storybooks, like your novels, I think they were $1 and these were $2. Anyway, the whole bundle was $30, and Alexis has half of her books, and they gave us a bit of discount because we took a lot of books. So basically, this one's Italian, and it says Michelin. It's got a little car and a tyre, and it's got maps in it that are all in Italian, and then it's got other Italian stuff in it, and then it's got this. So I don't know whether it's a car manual. I don't know whether it's a touring guide, but it was rather cool, so I grabbed it. And it has like Michelin. This is all about. So, oh, that's some pressed flowers in it. That's kind of bonus. So it's nice thin paper as well. It's almost like not tissue paper, but nice thin paper. And I've got oodles to share. I'm actually putting together a foreign language swap for a lady at the moment, so I'll include some Italian. So I'm on the lookout, and this was 1981. So on the lookout for Italian or different pages. Unfortunately, a few of the books we did pick up look like there might have been mice eaten, or they've been eaten on the side. I think that does look like mice eaten, but they obviously, these ones were donated because they weren't with the library. Next thing we picked up was, there was a whole bunch of these, but we only got 6 because we've got quite a few at home already. They're dated, sorry, just 2006, 2002, 2002. Not that it makes much difference, but these usually have really awesome pictures. 2000, 1999. So they just have awesome pictures of animals and different things in them for collage. So I love the National Geographics. The magazines were 20 cents each. Don't even know what that is, but isn't that awesome? There's a spider. No, it's coral. But like the pictures are just like absolutely awesome for collage and for scene building and stuff. So the magazines were 20 cents each, or 6 for $1. So we grabbed 6 of those. We could have grabbed more, but our cart was full and our budget was blown. So face fashion. Alexis is really into fashion at the moment, and she picked up a couple of fashion books. And I picked up this one. This fashion caught me, and I thought I'll just have a flick through. So it's basically has some awesome pictures in it. Sorry, I'm trying not to wiggle the camera too much. And it has how to draw eyes, and it's like how to draw fashion people and different poses and different things. So I thought this was really cool, and like all these heads, taking you from drawing to doing different head poses and stuff. So this was really cool. I can sort of draw, and Alexis loves drawing hair, so I thought, or painting hair, so I thought this would be really cool for her to look at the different ways the hair forms and flows and stuff. And then I thought some of the more colourful ones I could always, oh, they're at the back. I'll go through drawing lips. I suck at lips and eyes. I can draw sort of faces, and then I don't like drawing the facial features. It's got men at the back. But I thought some of these ones, like these images, I could copy and photocopy and use in our art journal. Even some of the faces that have, let me find a good example. Different hairstyles, so Alexis will have fun doing this when she can draw again. Even some of these ones you could use as jumping off points and then go and paint them and stuff. So looking forward to playing with this book as well. So that's that one. That was a very heavy book. Shakespeare Country, I picked this one up. I've just gotten Alexis a Macbeth play and it's got the play in it, plus it's got like English translations in it, so she was having fun with that. So I picked up this, plus for the scenery. I thought when she's finished using it, I will have it for art. It's that nice paper too, so this would make an awesome art journal, but I don't know whether I'll get it back off Alexis, so that one might disappear to her room. This one I picked up again. It was damaged on the side, but this is just beautiful, this book. This one I picked up, and again, I may lose to Alexis, so I may have to photocopy, but aren't these gorgeous? There's lots of patterns in this book, so I thought this would be really cool to cut up as well. But it's got a lot of... Isn't that just gorgeous? Sorry, I'll move over and up a bit. Sorry for the camera. So it's got a lot of... I could utilise the chairs, and it's got a lot of... that clock is gorgeous. So it's a book on different types of fashion. Let me just get to what I wanted to show you. Rooms to swoon over. Look at all the chairs. I'm sure I could put people on the chairs. But it's got this, which is beautiful and lovely to cut up anyway. Then it's got a double page spread of most of the elements that I could fussy cut out. So I could fussy cut this, I could fussy cut this, the table. So I thought that'd be really fun to use in my paper piercing and like collaging, like the couches. I have nothing like that to go with my scenes and people like this, and I could get people sitting in magazines and cut them out. And so that's got a whole book of just different scenes and different... I won't go through every page, but it's got... Oh, look at just this, it's just beautiful. So this was obviously in someone's stash. I think I picked up a lot of what someone donated because it was all mouse eaten. But that's okay, it's beautiful purple. And there's got another couch that I cut out and do all sorts of fun stuff with. So I thought that was a cool find for like $2. Well, they might have even been less than $2 because of... Oh, look at all the lips. So I'm going to have fun with that one. If I can prize it away from Alexis. This one was one I just picked up as I was going to the checkout. Cityscapes. I like the orientation of this book. I like the way it goes straight across. This reminds me one of Diane Reevely's art journals. And I don't purchase a lot of her big art journals because they are a bit expensive here in Australia. And I like working in recycled books. I'm sorry if I'm shaking the table. So these I thought I could have fun to paint and create scenes with as well. But it's that really nice paper. That is from 1977. Oh, it's older than me. So I loved all these hand-drawn pictures, and this paper is really nice. When you're working in an altered book, you actually want a paper that is from the about 60s to 70s, because you don't want this one. As you can see, it's shiny and glossy. That doesn't take paint real well, and you're wanting a thick paper. So the paper from the books in the 60s and 70s are this nice, thick, almost cardstocky paper, and you can feel it. Like you can hear it. You can hear that it's thick. So you're wanting that sort of book. So that one I'm wanting to turn into an art journal. So I grabbed this one for the same reason. Australian Woman's Weekly Gardening book. And you want a sewn signature as well, which is, I'll show you in a minute. So the sewn signature is the ones, when you run your finger down, you can feel stitches. So if you open up to, this one again is the really old, if I can find a middle one. Here. I'm not sure whether you're going to be able to see it. Can you see the, is that the right page? Nope, one page over. Can you see the cotton threads in there? So you're wanting a sewn signature, and I might actually take this book apart on view. So I'll take a lot of these coloured pictures out, and this is the nice paper as well. It's nice and thick, and it will absorb paint really, really well. Nearly finished my other art journal. I'm trying to look for a date for this one. First published in 1971, so I'm assuming that was when it was published. But it's a nice book. Then I've got a couple of music books. I got the voice score from Annie Get Your Gun. I just love this image on the front. And just music paper. It's not so old, but it's good for backgrounds and junk journals and making things. And I believe these were in the magazine pile, so they were like 20 cents. And then I got this one. Obviously a bit mouse eaten. I was looking for a date for this one, but I couldn't find one. It's obviously really old. Doesn't actually say from Sutton's in Sydney. Some of these don't have dates on it. They had a lot more new music books, but I didn't get... I've got a lot of music stuff, but I just love this old one. You can see just the patina on the paper, and it's quite fragile paper. Then the other thing I got I was actually looking at these and a lady come up and said, "Are you interested in them?" I said, "No, these are in the magazine section." So they were 20 cents each or 6 for $1. And then she goes, "You can have the whole lot for $2. And I go, I was umming and ahhing. So they're The Great War by Winston Churchill. Now, vintage stuff is not really my thing, but for $2 I couldn't leave them there. I know, I'm terrible. So it's a 24 set volume, and I did Google it on eBay. Some of them are selling, even though these are in really poor condition. Someone had a set of them for like $1,400 selling out of the UK, but I couldn't see if any have sold. And some people have listed these for $40 a volume on eBay, but I couldn't see if any sold, and these are probably not in as good nick. But basically they are like a booklet, and it goes through the Great War, but the black and white pages, I saw a date the other day, 1933 they're from. As you can tell, it's really old. It says 1 shilling. So they're in really good nick for being, well, we're 2018 now, 75 years old these are. Wow, they're in really good nick for that. So they've got some really cool black and white images. Even though it's all about the war, they've got some images are warish. Some images are really, really nice. So I'll just find, there's some really nice one of men in here. So I have, like, you got these sort of pictures, and like the lady and different ones. And the paper's really nice too. Even though it's a little shiny, it's that nice thick paper. They've got maps and things. So they have a good scattering of black and white pictures. Like even these ones you could cut out and use. So there's, I won't go through the whole 24, but there's 24 volumes of these. This one's 26. So there's 26 volumes, sorry. So this must be the last one. So what I was thinking is, if anyone is interested in these, I will keep a couple for myself for the black and white images. But if any of my, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to limit it to Australian subbies because the postage just gets ridiculous. So this must be appendages. So this is just lots of maps and things. Oh, that's got British casualties and stuff in it as well. That one's not a good example of the photos. This one is volume 16. So yeah, as I was saying, this has got some beautiful black and white pictures in it. All the spines are almost like obviously being glued and coming apart, but the pages would be really good for a junk journal. They're not actually sewn. Oh no, they are double-sided pages. They're actually sewn in, so you could take them out and use them in a journal. But just the black and white pictures, just gorgeous. So as I was saying, if anyone wants any of these, and I'll limit it to just Aussies, even that's really cool, whatever that is. What is that? Oh, that's some palace in Russia. As I said, some of the images are war related, but there is a lot that are not, and it may not interest any of you. I just mainly picked them up for some of the pictures. What's that one? WAACS in training. It's women in training. Women soldiers, not women soldiers, women in training for something. The Women's Royal Navy Service was established in 1917, so it was the Navy. So yeah, if anyone's interested, all it will be is postage. I was going to weigh one of these before I started. They're quite hefty because they do have quite a few pages in them. Well, that doesn't help. That says it has 1,024 pages. That's collectively. So I don't know. Probably $3 to $4 in postage. I will have to weigh it and get back to you. And I'll probably limit 2 per person. Let me actually go stop this and weigh it, and then I can give you some proper advice. Back in one moment. So I just weighed a couple of them. Okay, so if you want one book, it'll be $3 postage. So you can either probably bank deposit is the easiest way, and I'll leave my email address down the bottom so you can email me if you want any of these. And if you want to purchase 2, I'll limit it to 2 per person at the moment just to share the love around. If you order 2, they'll be $5 postage. So I'm not asking anything for the books. I got them at a great deal. I'm happy to pass them on, and I will probably keep a couple, but I've probably got about 22 available. And they'll just be random ones. So a lot of them have really nice photos in them, and they probably have a balance of photos. So so all of them have a good sort of sprinkling of photos of different things. Obviously, earlier ones have different photos to later ones. And again, I understand if it's not your thing. Some of the photos are obviously of the war, because they're called the Great War. So it may not appeal to anyone. Oh, that's got a nice big photo. But I'll just pick 2 at random and send them out. But even just these photos are really cool. So let me know if you are interested. I will leave it available for a week, and then I will be offering it in one of the Facebook groups that I am in for junk journaling, because seriously, I don't need this many. I don't need 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25. I think I've got 25. 2, 4, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 23, 24. Yeah, there's 25 of them. So they're a great deal to pick up. Probably a shame to cut them up for craft, but I don't think they're worth that much. And they're in fairly poor condition. Well, not fairly poor condition. They're in quite good nick, actually, for being 75 years old. But, yeah. I'll offer them up for anyone that wants some nice black and white images. So this is just beautiful. So let me know. My email address will be down below, and it'll be first come, first served in my inbox to just allocate them and pick 2 at random to send out. So that's my little secondhand book sale. There is another sale coming up in our town, actually in 6 days' time, but that's beside the point. I'm not really, the only thing I'm going looking for at that sale is foreign language books and some textbooks for Alexis. We'll see what we can find. Never know what I found. Wasn't looking for these and I ended up bringing them home. So hopefully I can find and get them repurposed in a creative way. Bye for now.